Hey scholars, Mr. Byrne here. You may have noticed I am not here today. Today we have a guest teacher. My expectation is that you are on your best behavior, um, and I know that you will be. So today we'll be starting a new project, the Seven Elements of Art presentation slideshow. So your task, and you will find all of the resources for this project in Google Classroom. So you'll be able to go there and view these, but we're going to go over them really fast. So in there, you're going to receive one of these from the guest teacher. It's a little packet to complement the packet that you currently already have. But we have a task-specific rubric with some graphic organizers that look like this. So your task is to, I'll read this, create a Google Slides presentation about the 7 elements of art and identify all of the elements in your image and the dominant element that you are trying to capture. Your presentation should have a title slide that includes your name and to be titled The 7 Elements of Art, a presentation by, insert your name here. All of the images should be taken by you, and you should adhere to the 2 rules we established in class, which I'll go over those in just a moment. The images must have an interesting subject, and none of the images should be taken on campus. So those are the 2 rules. So I want an interesting subject, and they should be taken on campus. Lastly, all of the images should be newly taken images for this project. So the idea is I want you to go out and actually practice taking pictures, because that's how you're going to get better. Do not be pulling camera just from your camera roll. I can actually check that. So actually go out and take some pictures. So we're going to look at what a 7 and 8 looks like. So we know a 0 looks like I didn't turn it in, so don't do that. We're going to look at the 7, 8. So specifically, you're going to take an image to represent each of the elements of art: line, shape, value, space, color, texture, and form. And what I'm looking for in your presentation is on your slide, I will actually put a previous scholars who scored an 8 presentation for you to look at as an example of how to do it. But what I'm looking for is your use of vocabulary. So these are some of the words you should be using when you're writing a short description of your image. And then, so again, the checklist essentially is for your images, they should be an interesting subject. I should be able to look at the image and instantly connect what element of art that we are looking for. Images in focus, that's a big one. I don't want blurry pictures. And then, of course, you can include all the 7 elements of art. And then include no images taken on campus or be an image of an image. So what that means is I don't want a picture of the work of art in your hallway at home or a picture of a screen. No pictures of pictures, and that includes drawings or anything done on a whiteboard. Okay. And then all the images need to be taken by you. So images that you took. No, this is not download from the internet class. It's photography class. So if you do not have a camera, your cell phone will work just great for this project, and it's a really easy resource. If you don't have a cell phone, though, your Chromebook actually has a camera built into it, so you can use your Chromebook as an alternative option. Or you can ask a friend or a parent to borrow their phone for a little bit to do that. The presentation part of this is a detailed description of all of the elements of art and how they are represented within the image. So you're going to have your image. It's going to say all the element arts that are in it, but there should be one dominant element of art in there. And then it should be obvious to the viewer. So if yours is texture, I mean, I should look at it and just see a lot of texture. And then I'm looking for a high level of vocabulary used in describing that element of art. All right, so to prepare you for this, you have a packet with 7 of these graphic organizers. So what you're going to do is you're going to write the element of art right here in the middle. So we'll start with lines, and we'll do this one together. So then you're going to brainstorm. You can do this individually, in pairs, or in small groups. Totally up to you. just make sure you're on task. So if we're doing lines, what are some things you can take a picture of to represent lines? So again, these have to be things you have access to, but maybe you go to the zoo and you want to take pictures of zebras. So you'd write down zebras right here. And then here you might want to do maybe the lines from a fence or lines from something else. So you can come up with 8 ideas of things you can take a picture of that represent lines. Okay. You are then going to circle whichever one. So circle whichever one that you want to choose as your subject, your focal element. What I'm looking for when I grade this, because you're going to hand this packet back into me, I should look at this and I should see, oh, I took a picture of zebra. You chose zebra as your subject. I should see that that is circled. The idea here, guys, is I want you to think about this ahead of time so you're not walking around looking for things to take pictures of. If you have this done ahead of time before you go take your pictures, this will literally take you 20 minutes through the whole project in regards to your pictures. So you go out and you try to get a nice dynamic sharp picture of that. So that's why we're doing that. Okay, that's pretty much what you're working on today. That'll probably take you most of the class period. If you are stuck, some of these can be kind of difficult and hard to figure out. It's okay to Google search it. Google search elements of art lines and see what you can find on that. That might inspire you. So if you're stuck on one of those, and then feel free, like I said, to work in small groups and brainstorm with your classmates. All right, have fun with it, scholars. This is due on Monday. So you have all of class period today to do essentially your pre-production stuff, your early work, and then over the weekend, you're going to take your pictures and put your presentations, and we will begin presentations promptly Monday morning. So have a great weekend, scholars. Be safe, have fun, make good decisions, and if you can't be good, don't get caught. Have a good weekend.